outside. So are the Cavaliers now a legit contender? Alex brought them up in This Week in the NBA, still being undefeated. So as two Celtics fans, are you guys going to give us that real or sugarcoat it? Let the listeners know. Toddy, I'm going to swing it to you first. Are the Cavaliers now a legit contender?
I think the Cavs are playing really well. I don't know what they will look like come playoff time. We saw in the playoffs last year how reliant they were on Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell played his ass off. I mean, 45-point games. Like, he's going, like, there were stretches in the playoffs last year where he scored like 15, 16 straight points. So it's not like he's not going to be able to score now. How good will that be against the Celtics in the playoffs? I'm not sure. I feel like the performance that Donovan Mitchell was able to put on against the Magic last year, it might be good enough to get you a game. But, like, can they beat the Celtics? I'm not going to sit here and wave my flag about the Cavs. I get their, have a historical start for them, starting up, they're 13-0, probably going on 14-0 because they're leading the Bulls as we speak. But I don't know, like, come playoff time, can they make a deep playoff run? Maybe. But I feel like I don't know what's going to like if it's 1 and 2, I feel like it's inevitable that they would get the Cavs Celtics matchup if that's kind of how it plays out. But I don't know I don't think they're good enough to win a championship, if that makes sense. I feel like they're still a couple of pieces away. I get Donovan Mitchell. A lot of people were kind of considering him being a trade option this past offseason, but him coming back and, running it back with the Cavs. Mobley looks really good. That's something that they were kind of hoping to be banking on. And obviously Darius Garland has been playing really well. He's another guy that was, battling injuries last year. I think he he fractured his face last year, which was pretty crazy. So
his jaw, I think.
Yeah, I think it was he fractured his jaw. So a lot of stuff played into, last year. And I think now the type of team that they currently have, I think they can definitely make a playoff run. Can they beat the Celtics in the playoffs? I don't think so.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think they'll make a deep run. I think they'll probably go to the conference finals. I don't think they're tall enough on the wing and that good defensively to stop a Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown duo. But I do think they are beyond years better than last year. I think Darius Garland had a lot of injuries, that fractured jaw, right? I think he gained like 12 pounds, or maybe he lost 12 pounds.
Lost 12 pounds.
Yeah, he lost like a lot of weight. I think that affected him. Obviously, with the new head coach, they have a new offensive system. They're going through Mobley a little bit more, which I appreciate. Obviously, I think Evan Mobley, we all talked about this last time. He's going to be an all-star this year. But with the East, I feel like they could probably make it to the conference finals. Like, I think they're probably better than Indiana. I think they could beat Indiana.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the East is not that good this year.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. Like, very respectfully, like, I think it'll be deep, but like a conference finals deep. Like, they win 1 game, maybe 2. Like, that's it. So, do I think they have what it takes to beat the Celtics? No. But you know what? I don't even know if they could go to the conference finals because the Knicks are pretty solid. They'll probably have to play the Knicks.
Depending on how
to get there. And I don't think they could. I don't know if they could beat the Knicks. But I do want to give them the flowers for being 13-0, and they're probably going to be 14-0 because I think they're playing the 76ers right now. So
they're playing the Bulls right now. They're up 74, excuse me.
Yeah.
I mean the Bulls?
Yeah, they're going to win.
Yeah, they're playing the Bulls.
Oh, yeah. What is it now? 14-0? They're about to be 14-0. That's ridiculous.
But as you guys can tell, for the people that are tuning in, for the audio-only listeners, you cannot see what Alec is wearing, but she's wearing a Kings jersey tie. I don't know if I've ever told you this. She is going to the game. She is going to see us cook some wolves.
No, I'm trying to see Ant drop 50.
Hey, man.
And I want him to... yank that thing back.
Shout out Wes.
Shout out to Wes. But all right, Alex, as always, thank you so much for joining us. I know we have some technical difficulties, but we appreciate you fighting through with us. So you have a great day on at the game.
Yes. Deuces. Bye, everyone.
So, Toddy, I only heard a couple of words from you and Alex, and I get this feeling that you guys said they weren't contenders. And why the hell not? They average the most points in the league. You guys mentioned it. They don't have the defenders to guard a Jason Tatum, a Jaylen Brown, a Drew Holiday, a Derek White. But you know how to beat these teams? You outscore them. And they arguably have one of the best offenses in the NBA. They average the most points. They have the best field goal percentage at 52.8. So basically 53% of their shots, every time it goes up, is more than half of them are going in. And from three, they have the best three-point percentage at 42%. So this team is playing out of their ass. They have the numbers to prove it. Evan Mobley, I came on here and gave him his flowers last week. He is playing like an all-star. Darius Garland shooting 53% from the field and 45% from three on 7 attempts. If these two can stay consistent, this team has an opportunity to flourish. If not, like I said, be a contender. I definitely believe that they can be a contender in the NBA, especially in the Eastern Conference. We talked about the Sixers. They're really up and down. We talked about the Raptors aren't very good. The Magic just lost Paulo. The Heat are dealing with Jimmy issues as of always. So can they be the second seed? Yeah. Why can't they be the first seed in the East? Toddy, do you think that they can be the second seed in the East and beat out a team like the New York Knicks for that second seed?
Well, it definitely got a good head start. Yeah, I was already when me and Alex were kind of going through, we were saying the Cavs can definitely make a playoff run, but are they good enough to beat the Celtics? Assuming that it would be the Celtics, Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think it's very possible, given how they've already set themselves up to be one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. It's plausible for them to definitely make a deep playoff run. Injuries are definitely going to play a part in it. We saw it last year. There's a bunch of injuries across the Eastern Conference, including the Cavs. I think Donovan Mitchell ended up getting injured in last year's playoffs. So you got to be durable. Another thing that definitely plays a part into it. If you have a bunch of guys injured, it's going to be tough, especially come playoff time, to be able to go on a playoff run. But the Cavs have been, as Kevin already mentioned, the highest scoring team in the NBA. I think that is going to definitely slow down come playoff time on how many points you're going to be able to score, because I think just the pace of the game in the playoffs, everything slows down when it comes to playoff time. You're playing the same opponent night in and night out. So it's going to be very tricky for the Cavs, just given how their roster is constructed and how they're going to be able to maintain. Like you even saw the Knicks did. They went every which way to try and go get wings to guard Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and acquiring Mikal Bridges and re-signing OG Anunoby. And the little cherry on top, they added, Cat via trade. So you saw teams that were building. I mean, hell, the Sixers went out and got Paul George. So you see teams that are trying. It's kind of like an arms race in the East, but as you've seen throughout everything, there's been a bunch of injuries to already start. So, the Cavs are setting themselves up well right now by getting a head start with this 13, probably 14, 14-0 start. So, I don't think the Cavs will win a championship, but I think they can make a deep playoff run in the East. There we go.